Welcome back. It's Wednesday. They came and put some rebar in the footings and inspected the footings. So the footings are all ready to go. And I got to show you this because it really cracked me up. This totally cracked me up. That's like, you see how funny this is? Do you see the hilarity? Do you see the humor? You don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna explain it to you. So, you see what they got there? They got these little elevators that hold up rebar. Yeah, see, they hold up rebar so the rebar's not laying on the ground, see? So here you go. So listen to this. This is absolutely... There's audiophiles all over the frickin' internet, all over the internet. And, I know how to get my speaker cables up off the floor. I don't need elevators. I don't need to pay for that expensive crap. I'll go down to Lowe's. I'll go to Home Base. I'll buy these. Oh, look, these little rebar. Look how cheap they are. Ha, 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 all the dummies. Did you ever? Here's what you do. This is why I'm mentioning this. Everything I'm doing here, pretty much, I've done it. I've heard the A and the B, the before and the after. I've compared these things this way. Have you done that? The people that think that the rebar elevators are the same as the speaker cable elevators, have you done that? I've never seen anybody do that. So tune in, subscribe here. You'll find out what's actually happening. You'll learn how to build a room from scratch. Not the way the other guy's doing it either, with like soliciting opinions from all the random people on the interweb. Oh my goodness. And he goes on and on and on and never says anything. I hope I get to the point. The point is, we've got a foundation going in here, and it's going to be concrete under the listening room, and it's going to be concrete under the garage. The rest of the house is going to be suspended wood. The reason the listening room is concrete, not because concrete stops vibrations. It doesn't. Go, since you're on YouTube, when you get done watching this, do a search. Search for Townsend Audio, seismic pods, seismic podiums, something like that. You'll see videos where Max Townsend is on a concrete floor, stomping on the floor, 20 feet away from where the speaker is, and you can see the seismograph on the speaker clearly registering every stomp that he does on the concrete. It's not what people think. There's nothing magical about, I don't need that because it doesn't work that way. The reason I'm using concrete is not because it's some magic thing that cures problems. It's because concrete is a different resonant structure than wood. See? So if you make everything the same, then since everything has its harmonic structure, everything resonates at a given frequency. And the more of it you do that's all the same, the more of it, guess what? Colors your music. So as I go along, you're going to see a whole bunch of places where I don't do the same thing, because you can never eliminate everything. You can't even always get it down to a very, very low level. But if you get it down to a level where it's fairly low and it's benign and it's uniform, then you don't notice the colorations nearly as much. And again, this is like something that I've tried over like 30 years of trying different things. What does pine sound like? I had a friend of mine the other day. Well, I put these wood planks underneath my power strip. They're pine. Well, try MD. Well, what if I tried mahogany? Everyone sounds a little bit different. Everything you do is going to color the sound some way or the other. Most of what people like when they're choosing cones and footers and things like that is they're not isolating. I can show you none of that stuff is isolating. It's just not. It's coloring the sound, but it's doing it in a way that they like. And they had it colored one way before. Now they've got it colored a different way. Oh, gee, that's better. Well, it is. I guess you like tone controls too. You can do that. But there are ways to greatly reduce all of those levels and to get them uniform and to get them to where they don't color the sound as much. It's just not the way that they're happy to feed you, all these reviewers and all these people that are unlike me, getting paid for clicks, getting paid for telling somebody how great something is. I don't get any money from anybody. I'm just sick and tired of going on the internet and reading the same old garbage over and over again and not being able to find good information. It's really hard. You have to hunt for it, and then you have to test it and try it and see if it actually works. And so that's what I've been doing, and this is the result of all of that trial and error over decades. This is the result of all that. And it's not perfect, it's not the best, and I probably could make lots of things better than this, but this is going to be pretty darn good because it combines everything. My room in Redmond was the same thing, except it was 30 plus years ago when the vast majority of this information not only wasn't there, but as I was telling somebody, my project manager just earlier today, when I was building my room in Redmond, there wasn't the internet. Okay? So that's how much things have changed since I built my first listening room. And I hope I've learned something along the way by all this trial and error. So I'm gonna go inside because it's a nice day here, but it's windy, and I don't have a table, I don't have anything to draw on, and I wanna show diagrams of what's going on in this room, what I was talking about with the builder, how we're gonna try and build it. It's not gonna be easy to build it. I got it designed, and I should have been talking to the builder while I was in the design phase so I could educate him on what I want, and then he could be the guy to help me figure out how to do it. Instead, I got it designed by somebody, and it looks good on paper, and then when you start talking to the builder, he's like, how are you going to build this? Okay, but so how do we do that? Well, how much? It's a room inside a room that's double wall is not easy to build. You have to figure it out. So what we're doing is going to be terrific. I mean, just like what Hugh did, a room inside of a shell, basically. But my shell is only about an inch or so, a couple inches bigger. His shell is that Butler building, that metal Butler building thing, and it's a couple feet bigger in every direction, and he had room to drive a forklift into it. I can't do stuff like that here. So anyway, every build is a little bit different. With that, I'll just give you guys another little panoramic view of why we're doing this here. That's why we're here in Tennessee. It's flipping gorgeous here. Okay, anyway, later on.